Yo, yo, yo. What's up? It's Colum Tyrrell. We're going to be starting in 2 minutes. Light up the chat. Let's get a conversation going. What do you want to talk about today? You let me know. I'm the only person who interacts with you scumbags. So, you let me know what to talk about. Usually I don't want you guys to tell me anything. But I'm massively underprepared today. Busy bee. Alright? Save the bees. Let me know what the fuck I should talk about. And feel free to donate some money. Please. My life stinks. Yes. Welcome along, everyone, to the Wizard Pod. I'm Colum Tyrrell. Don't we have a full house here today? The long-awaited live stream on a Friday. When was the last time this happened? Must have been 6 weeks ago or something, right? Fridays were supposed to be the day that we live stream. Strategically selected from me, because on Friday is when you pigs get paid. So it's always a good day to get a couple of live donations in on the chat. People leave a little fucking super chat on YouTube or the streamlabs.com/Colum Tyrrell, and then it's like, hey, yo, here's $10. Here's $10, and here's a question about something that you've answered every week since we've met you. Do you ever go home to Ireland? What are your opinions on this comedian? But welcome along. Thank you. Sorry I'm late. I'm a little bit under the weather. But listen, straight away, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free. It helps a lot. It may not seem like a lot, but it does help. Going forward, eventually I'm going to release my own stand-up comedy special. That's inevitable. The way the comedy industry is right now, it'd be very unlikely for all of the reckless words I've said over the years that anyone will ever pick me up, regardless of talent. Even if I had the talent to be a Netflix, Comedy Central, HBO, whatever else, Showtime, whatever person, even on an NBC late night, even if I had the talent, which we're not talking about, I wouldn't get in there because of my opinions on everything. I wish you could say, oh, Colum's a racist or anti-Semitic or fucking misogynistic or just a bigot, but even like self-hating the whites. I hate the whites. I hate Irish. I hate the Europeans. The Irish, they really are a pack of rapists. So it's like every single group that's out there has just been me talking shit about them. Animals, I've never said a nice thing about animals. I don't know if I've ever been complimentary to any religion or creed either. So at this point, foolishly dug myself in a massive hole. But now I've also got the ability, which is a great get out of jail free thing, to be like, yo, the industry don't want me because I'm too hardcore. I'm too real. Collie's too real. I call it like I see it, guys. I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm sorry I'm not a trans, pansexual little person like Comedy Central likes. I'm just a real dude. And a lot of the time you go, even if you weren't a real dude, I don't think you've got the talent to be on TV anyway. It's like, no, it's because the industry is too chicken shit. The industry is too much of a chicken shit to hire me. That tends to be the get out of jail free card. With a lot of hacks. Unfortunately. When you go, listen, sure I said some anti-Semitic stuff, but even without that, I shouldn't be look, Ryan Coates has donated 99 cents through Super Chat. Wow, fantastic. There should be a little alert, a little noise that goes, thank you, my brother. But it's gone. I don't know why it didn't do that. So let me just give you a little. So there we go. Ryan Coates proving that if you donate live, you through Super Chats on YouTube, it will pop up. Anyone listening to the audio of this in the future, I'm sorry, but you're second-rate citizens. That's unfortunately, I don't charge. Hold on, here's my lovely girl. Came in. How was the gym, honey? It was good, but I have a headache. Oh, you have a headache? Go have a nap. Alright, love you, Snookums. Alright. She's gone. She brought me my chick was sent to the gym. I said, go to the gym, you bitch. I said, get the fuck down. I said, you fucking march yourself down there. And then on the way back, she picked me up a smoothie. And she goes, what type of smoothie do you want? Is this interesting? Because, by the way, I'm feeling very sick. I'm not feeling good. There's a reason this episode was late. I had to take a power nap. I don't know what's going on. I can just feel I'm just weak. I've got the soul of a woman inside me right now. I'm feeling weak. How's the audio levels coming in? Hopefully they're good. So I'm feeling weak right now. I can just sort of feel my hands shaking. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm coming down with something. Oh, look who came in. Heyo. Woo. That's a little gift for you guys. That's all you're getting. You just happen to be on the table. Someone else just left a comment on the live stream. HM33 says, is 34 too old to TOO to start stand-up? I don't know why it didn't pop up on the screen. Did it pop up on the screen and I didn't notice it? Because Ryan oh, here it is. It was late. You donated $5. It is 34 too old to start stand-up. Is that right? Yeah, that makes it. Is that two? No. So you said two twice. That makes sense. No, forget about the spelling mistakes. But 34 is definitely too old to start stand-up. To be professional. Unless you're Rodney Dangerfield or something who didn't start till he was 40. But that was a different time. That was back when, you know, all you had to do was like just be alive, I guess. But yeah, what do you want? What are your goals to start up stand up? 28 is probably like just a little bit too old, but then you probably enjoy it more. It's gonna take you 10 years to be good. You'll be 44. You probably have no kids, do you? No kids, no wife, just a bit of a loser. You could be funny. I would argue stand up was, if you're looking for a creative outlet, stand up would be the worst place for you to get into right now. Forget about that. Don't even go near. Comedy's a horrible place. It's full of idiots. The funniest people you've ever met in your life, they're not actually funny. I know these guys. You meet them in real life. You're like, oh, I thought that was a character. No, you are genuinely mentally ill. You are autistic. You smell. And if you aren't able to work out the mathematics of a joke, you'd be a loser. You're a fucking loser. You know, unless like who's funny? Big J is genuinely the funniest, one of the funniest, probably the funniest person there is. But other than that, they're just as funny in the car park. All your friends smoking in the car park of Home Depot or whatever you and your friends do. So I don't know. Maybe it's too late. But like, what's the goal? Even if you start at 20, the chances of you being like professional are so slim. I would argue 34 is way too late. But maybe try something else. Write some scripts. Maybe just do a vlog, like a blog or a vlog, or just do some sort of reaction videos or something like that, rather than doing stand-up, and then shimmy into stand-up. Get in that way, maybe. That's what I would say. You're looking for a way to get in, whereas everyone else is looking for an excuse to get out. What are you doing? Someone in the chat that says, hey Colum, your Streamlabs account donations are restricted. What the hell does that mean? You tried to Streamlabs a donation to me and it didn't work out? Because I don't give a fuck if we're in the middle of a show. I will freeze up this whole motherfucker to try get some monies. Like a fucking Judan. It's funny that you know, there's very Jews being cheap is an international stereotype. Although there's like 5 Jews in Ireland, and I don't know if any of them are cheap. But it's like one of those things where you grow up going, what? Someone doesn't want to spend money, you go, what are you, a fucking Jew? What are you, a Jew? And you divide, even though you don't know them. It's like a bizarre one, because like there's no like Mexican stereotypes that transcend past America. You won't go to London and go, oh, look at this fucking guy, he's working like a Mexican or whatever. What do you mean? General settings, background, alert display. I'm going through this now. I'm going to do a test donation and see it. Did that just pop up on the screen? I have a feeling like this cryptoid guy was just fucking with me. Yes, it says account restricted. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Oh, wasn't I supposed to fill out something with them? I think I actually, now that I think about it, I think I got an email like a couple of weeks ago asking me to do something. And I thought I did it. Anyway, listen, I digress. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, my girl went to the fucking gym and she's like, do you want a smoothie? I go, yeah, pick me up a red one. And here we are. Colorblind. Horrible. Mackie just says, let's see how many donations we can get. Donating $1.99. How about we all save each other some time and you donate $5 and we can have half the donations. We'll get myself. Colum needs a new pair of shoes. Someone says maybe it's the PayPal account. All right. Well, sorry guys. It turns out for another week in a row, Collie Tech Issues is alive and well. I fucked up again, and I fucked up again. Every single time I've been doing this podcast now for years, there's always an issue. There's always a fucking issue. I said get me a red smoothie because they taste better. Am I crazy? This is whatever. It's like, seems like it's kale or whatever. I think there's some berries in it, but it's not a nice red smoothie. It makes you feel like healthier, doesn't it? Oh no, there's no science behind this. I'm just saying I have a gut feeling. If I see a red smoothie, I'm like, oh, there's strawberries, raspberries, ketchup. There's all sorts of like some ice. There's all sorts of red shit in there. But green is just like, what are you, gay? Green is like almost trying to be healthy. Oh, it's kale, it's a detox. And you go, shut up. There's no such thing as detoxing. You fucking idiot. You fucking chick. By the way, man, if any of you guys want to go creep on some ladies, which is natural, it's organic, and it's our God-given right. It's the only thing we have left is to, have a little bit of a scope at a fucking pretty lady. You got to get yourself down to the Lower East Side in Manhattan. I don't care where you are. I know most of you guys are from Alabama and all sorts of other dumb redneck states, but come up here, visit. You'll just see these women. You don't need to do much. Just walk the streets. Don't approach them. Don't say nothing. All right. It's not 2018. You can't tell these girls are beautiful anymore. That is rape. You gotta just have a little side eye. Now's the time. Now's the time. Now is the hour of our discontent. Is that the expression? So that's what I'm telling you. Because women, I don't know what happened. I think it's Instagram. Did Instagram change the world? The internet. I know the internet's obviously changed the world. But has Instagram changed these bitches' physiques? Chris Mack donated $4.99. I'm sorry I'm late. Have my money. Free Palestine. Alright, yeah, free Palestine. Shout out to Palestine. Come on. This is my Palestinian fist. But maybe Instagram has changed these women. I know designer handbags and all that stuff are just going through the roof right now. Dolce & Gabbana, is that even designer? I don't know. The other one? What's the one that looks like checkers? Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is through the roof. Gucci is through the roof. All this stuff is skyrocketing. There's a market right now, and this is what you should try get into. There's a market right now of selling these young, hot, attractive fuckers, these influencers, the illusion of a glamorous lifestyle. So they have all these Apple bags. Like a used Apple Store bag is worth money now. So what if you are in that world? What you should do is you need to loan these out. You get yourself a Dolce & Gabbana, like not the real bags. I'm saying the shopping bags that the bags come in. So all these influencers take photos of them holding these shopping bags, and they're walking through Fifth Avenue, and they're like, they're walking through Fifth Avenue and they're holding them. And they're like, yay! Look at all this shit I bought, but inside it there's nothing. So maybe that's what you need to do: is get yourself a hold of all these fake shopping bags and then you rent them out with a photographer for all these kids. You saw that thing where they had a fake private jet. It was just like a set, like Friends. Just to let you know, Friends wasn't recorded in an apartment. It was recorded in a studio. So that's what they're doing with these things, where they fucking that's what they're doing. They're renting these places out. So you got to have these fake things, fake illusions. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's money to be made helping these kids pretend to be famous. Rent fucking. You should have a Ferrari and a Lamborghini that you rent out for an hour, like for a photo shoot. Rent out this Lamborghini and they just sit on it and they have a fake stack of cash for their Instagram account. How much you could probably rent that out for? $800, $900 an hour. 3 of those a day. How much is a Ferrari? Someone find that out right now. How much is a Ferrari to rent a day for a full day driving? So that's what kind of. So whatever their prices is, you can just split that into 4 and then rent it out. You're making fucking money right there. Fake bags, fake planes, all this shit. Maybe have like not a green screen, but like something that looks real. May have them sitting there pretending to be on the beach with a big fucking dumb wrist watch. There's just fucking money to be made lying. I think that's the staple of all business. There's money to be made lying. Just lie through your fucking teeth and make some bread. And then use that money to lie some more. Invest that money in another lie, a bigger lie. Do some insider fucking trading. Get yourself a big fake fucking house. A house that looks huge, but it's not. Get yourself a wife and some kids and cheat on them. And just do whatever you want. You're gonna die soon. It's all over. It's all over. I was watching this fucking thing last night, man. I smoked some weed last night and I blew my brain off. I was smoking weed. I got so high, I thought I was gonna die. Which is what I like to do before sleep. Before I go to bed, I'll get into bed, I'll smoke a bowl, I'll hit it too many times, and then I'll just have an internal episode that is so daunting and frightening that I pass out. That's what I do. And then in the morning I wake up, fuck, I'm alive, fuck. So I was thinking about just the world and the universe and how, like, the size of the universe, if you were to go back to the Big Bang, right? If you were to go back to the Big Bang, there's nothing. And then they invented something. And then through evolution, just through the time of it, do you know how long the world has been around here? Do you know how long that's been? Do you ever just look at something in the ocean and it's just like moving slowly like that? There's nothing going on. It's fucking boring right now. Just look at just like this, like just some seaweeds back and forth. It's been like that for 100 billion years or something. Cryptoid donated $3 through the super chat. Here's a Miller High Life on me. Thank you, man. Miller High Life, one of my favorite drinks. Love a Miller High Life. So that's what I got lost in, the idea of, like, if someone was to send you back to the Big Bang, how would you start the world? What do you have to do? You create carbon and then you just walk away? You just go, here's some carbon, and then slowly but surely that evolves into planets and space, and then slowly but surely, like, those things become mountains and shit? I have no idea, man. It's just like this has me so high. My whole life was just like blown. I couldn't comprehend time, how long time is, and the world. You know, I'm talking shit, but the point is, at the end of the day, when you start to feel like that, watch the cosmos. Eat some edibles. Watch Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about the cosmos and the wonders of this fish that grew legs and all this fucking shit. It really makes you go, why do I care about anything? I am nothing but a fucking queef. I am a queef from a crab on Lady Time's cunt. I'm nothing but I am the queef inside of a fucking flea that lives on the cunt of Lady Time momentarily. Just for 4 seconds of... We are nothing. We are nothing. So we're all worried about a lot of stuff that is happening right now, but like... In a million years, which will happen soon enough, we'll be gone. So relax stressing out about stuff, guys. Just lie through your teeth. Forget about this things called morals and ethics. That's crazy. Morals and ethics were invented by other people to stop us from getting what they have. Alright? Never forget that. Don't be afraid to punch someone who's smaller than you. Alright? Just not... Fuck it. Hit them with a bat. Bring a knife to a fist fight. Go for it. Fuck it. We're all sitting around living fucking howdy-doody suburban lives. Wait for someone to hand you something. No. Lie through your fucking teeth. I wonder if there's anyone whose whole life is dedicated to lying to girls to get pussy. Obviously, ha 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 ha, every guy's life is dedicated to lying to girls to get pussy. But I mean, pretending to be like a day trader. I watch a lot of these day traders on Twitter, and I wonder if any of them are true. Every day they just keep posting stuff. Made another 100,000 today. It's easy. Don't forget to follow the rules, guys. Me and my friends are making money, and you're like, but what the fuck is the rules? It's very vague. It's always just like early bird catches the worm and all this stuff. But so everyone's scamming everyone. But how many of them have, for the sole purpose, have set up like a Tinder account where it's them in front of a Ferrari, them with a fucking Rolex? They have nothing. It's a fake Rolex. It's a rented Ferrari. They have a fake name. There's just photos of them in nice restaurants that they just like went into a restaurant and said, hey, listen, I can't afford to eat here. But they walk to the maitre d'. If that's the word. The maitre d'. I believe that's the word. I don't know. And they go, listen, here's $100. Let me just take a photo sitting here for my Tinder account. Because I'm going to trick some fucking hot chicks into sucking me off. When in fact, I'm just a Staten Island plumber. I'm just a plumber from Staten Island and I've got no money. I've got nothing. I've got less than nothing. But my Tinder is fake as shit. And chicks like that shit. Someone says, have another drink and try not to think so hard. Come. This is just what happens. This is the problem. This is what I imagine being a thinking person is all the time. When life gets like crazy. You know when you get an existential crisis is what I'm having, I guess, because I smoked too much weed last night. But someone says for sure tons of fake people exist. Oh, I know they're fake, but like just like that's the life of like it's like a pickup artist, a modern day pickup artist, but it's a con man, but it's solely just to fuck a good looking chick. Like, cause everyone's lying on Tinder, but like go all out. Say you're an international day trader. Have a photo of you in having lunch in Paris, and then the next day you're in Australia and you're like, I turned over $2.5 million last year. Come with me, let's go out. And then she's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then you're like, listen, I just want to chill tonight. Let's go back to your house because I don't have anywhere to go. That figurative guy fucking rules. He's a legend. I like this guy and I want to hang out with him. That's what I'm gonna do. The day my girlfriend dies prematurely, I'm gonna be fucking Mr. Fake Man on Tinder. Let me know what the big what's your biggest lie? I wonder how many people have changed their ages on Facebook. If you change your age on Facebook, if I just set my age for 25, I think my Tinder reacts to that. So then suddenly I'm fishing in a new pool. Sure, I look wrecked. I look wrecked, but I might get some young pussy. Someone said a few bits back, the Chris D'Elia stuff had you laughing on Legion of Skanks. Oh, someone earlier on said I had a good appearance on Legion of Skanks on Monday. Thank you. I think I'm still hungover. It was a lot of fun. I love all those guys. I think Big J had me laughing harder than anyone else has ever made me laugh. in my life that day. It was so fucking funny. So it's nice to be friends with these guys. I guess friends, for lack of a better word. I don't think men really have friends, but anyway. It's nice to be invited on and to have a good time. And looking forward to Skankfest out. It's sold out, but Lewis said today that they're gonna release another 100 tickets possibly. There's a chance that if they can get another tent built, there's gonna be another there's gonna be another 100 tickets released. So if you snooze and lose, there's an opportunity for you guys to get down there to Skanks tonight. I don't know if any of you guys tonight and tomorrow night, Luis J. Gomez is presenting The Depraved, which is a showcase show that he runs around the country. I'm on it tonight and tomorrow. Some great acts are on that. Jessica Curson, Paul Verzi, he's one of my favorites, Aaron Berg, and loads of others are on it. Come check that out tonight if you guys are around. It'll be fun. Last few have been great. 3B donated $2 through Super Chat. Sticking with my morals, here's some money for the show. Oh, thank you, 3B. I appreciate it. It's a shame this thing doesn't add up to how much all this shit should be worth. Mackie says, see you at Skankfest. Oh, Tate Stacey said, I was talking about when you said, hey Dalia, your boots suck. Skanks. Yeah, I told a story about me shouting at Chris Dalia from a car. If you want to hear that story, head over to the Skanks podcast, which is the Legion of Skanks spin-off podcast. I feel like I just say the word skanks so often now. So like my life has just become some sort of a skank festival. Some sort of a skank festival, I guess, is my life right now. If I was to come up with a term, I can't really come up with something to describe it. I'm sure he's funny doing stand-up, but Verzi has literally never made me laugh on a podcast. Nah, he's the best at stand-up. He is the best. You can't beat him. So, go to that. I'm opening for Lewis in San Diego next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think it's some dates. It's American Comedy Club. Go check that out. And then on the Monday, we're gonna drive up to the world famous Comedy Store, home of Chris D'Elia and Bobby Lee, my best friend. I don't know Bobby Lee, but I love Bobby Lee. I think he's very funny. Little funny, weird Asian guy. What's funnier than that in this world? So go check that out. It'll be my first time playing the Comedy Store. I'm gonna get Bill Burr to do a spot. I don't know how, but I will track him down and be like, come do a fucking spot, you piece of shit. Alright? I'm like, yo, Bill. You're like, yeah, what? Who's this? Brutal. Someone's brought up blah blah blah, the chat is terrible. Who's this SJW's suck? Just like Zach, the mention of randoms names gets comics shook. Ha 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 ha. Okay, sure. We're all freaking out over Mark Random. It's just quaking in our boots. You know that guy that used to do Real Ass Podcast? Apparently he's still alive somehow. I don't know. Wasn't Verzi the one who nearly lost his mind when the lads started taking the piss out of Mike DiStefano? Possibly, I don't know. Who's Mike DiStefano? Wait, what? Which one's that? Is that the guy that died and they have him on the cover of The Stand? Who's that comic? You know, the Stand Comedy Club, one of the best clubs in the country, I would argue, because it's my home club. So therefore it is the best club in the country. The fucking Stand Comedy Club. SJWs suck. Look at you, nervous like a bitch to mention him. I don't know. Is this you? Is that Mark Random just like watching this? Shouldn't you have like bombs to be making or something? See, everyone says, look, yeah, that is Mark Random. It's very, look, everyone's saying that is Mark Random. So you're you're talking positive about yourself under an alias of someone else? Yikes. That's tough, dude. That is fucking tough. To be you, dude. I appreciate you hanging out, but man, it's not a good look to be pretending to be someone else on a live chat and then just be like, whoa, this guy's great. Wait, are you that guy? And they're like, shut up. No, I'm not. I'm obviously a fan. I'm obviously one of the hundreds of thousands of fans who talks exactly like the guy we're talking about. Yeah, everyone here is just calling you a fucking loser, dude. I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. Listen, dust yourself off. Sure, you're 0-88 at this point in your career, but like, just dust yourself off. Don't take no for an answer, man. The industry, they're scared of you. Say that to all these comics out there who just cannot carve out a career, no matter what they do. I'm talking to myself here too, guys. Never give up. Obviously, despite all the opportunities and all the bombs and all of the people telling you to stop, here's a lesson, guys. Never quit. Despite the facts that you stink, despite being given opportunities like every single person to get in front of a crowd and to get on a podcast and to create your own stuff and promote your own stuff, we live in a world now where you don't need anything but a phone. You don't really need much. Just go do something that makes the world recognize you. It's so easy. And yet we all keep losing, and there must be something. It can't be that you have no talent. It can't be that you're not funny. It can't be just like you're probably just above average, but like there's 100 million people. You're too ugly. You're not charismatic. They don't like your face. But yeah. Just never give up, guys. There's obviously something there. There's just you're so close, but yet so far. And I'm talking to myself right now. I just haven't been given the opportunities that I've been getting non-stop, constantly, for the last 5 years. There's something in the air that says Colum Tyrrell. There's a conspiracy against me. It's because I'm too goddamn edgy. Alright? That'll be the name of this episode. Too goddamn edgy. Too spelt incorrectly, like that first guy who asked me, was it too old to become a comedian at 34? That guy should go prove us wrong. I don't know. Let me see what I have to do right now. So the chat is wilding out right now. The chat is fucking wilding. Someone like only random could like random. Mark M says ban him, Collie, unless you don't have the guts. You're right. I don't have the guts. I just banned Ray M. I think we all saw that coming. You come in here, you tell me to ban someone else, you're the one getting banned. Alright? You, sir. Not Mark Random and his alias. Okay? You're the one getting fucking banned. So fuck you, Mark M, or whatever your name was, Ray M. You're done. You're dead. Don't fucking come back here again. You're getting banned. I'll ban a lot of you. I'll ban every single person. You think I give a fuck? Ray M always gets banned. Is that what they said? Someone said it'd be funny if that wasn't random, and I just teed off him. There's no doubt in my mind this is random. I should just click on the... What's the person's name? Just click on that YouTube channel. Is it all Mark Random videos? It has to be. I don't even know the guy. Alright. Let's see. Let's get to some questions. Have you been to California before these upcoming dates, Colum? I've been to LA on a little weekend visiting friends, but I've never done comedy in any of these places. I've never done comedy in any of these places. So San Diego, I have no idea about anything about San Diego. What should I do in San Diego? Someone please tell me. Because realistically, the only thing I know is that it's known. It stands for a whale's vagina. San Diego means a whale's vagina, apparently. But no one's actually. I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about San Diego. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what teams play there. I don't know if it has any buildings or sports or pretty much anything at all. Is it a beach town? Is it landlocked? I have no idea. But I get to, this is the beautiful thing about comedy. You get to visit these places that you've never really wanted to. I'm sure there's just nothing but homeless cunts, right? LA be alright. They brought back the fucking masks.
Get the fuck out of here!
I don't know what's going on with these hot cunts and their fake tits and their fake asses and their fake lips all out in LA, but they keep spreading the fucking vid. It's back. It's now 16 months ago. And COVID is back again. Did you hear that? That was a legend. That was a legendary crack of a fart. So it's back. I don't know, LA just love masks. Maybe it's because you guys are just too liberal out there, or you're just too pretty, you're too much focused. You're just too focused on your face. Alright, look, so I gotta go back into this. This Mark Random is just talking too much. So just remove. Mark Random has been deleted from the chat. It's just too much to keep going back and forth with this guy. And then Mark Random says, look at this. The guy pretending not to be Mark Random in the chat just goes, Random's channel is some gay shit his girlfriend made, like What Killed Comedy or something. Sure. But you're gone. You're banned from the chat. Oh, that was huge. That was like that was great. One day I'm not having these microphones that you can pick up the smell on. But the masks are back. I don't know why the masks are back. Now that the chat has eased up, I'll be less distracted. I don't know why the masks are back in LA. I don't know what's going on in LA. How come LA is worse than New York? If LA has it, how come New York doesn't have it? We're all touching each other all day in New York. It's disgusting. This is kind of like living in a just a big old fucking. It's like living in a big fucking garbage dump. Is that what you call it there? Like just a dump. That's what New York is. Everywhere you go, it's just like an old building. Even the buildings that are built kind of looks like they just grew organically out of a load of garbage, and everywhere you go it's just like a fucking immigrant who's like just surviving. Like, cause that's me. We're just on the train looking at each other disgusted. It's just horrible. You're just sitting there, it's angry, you're on the train, you're forcing each other. Some guy, you can't listen to your earpods because some guy's gonna come up and slash you. Just a homeless guy. It's a homeless guy taking a shit. I remember before I was walking through New York City, man. I was near Madison Square Garden. So I must have been walking down 34th and coming across whatever Madison Square Garden is, that street. So 34th and 5th Ave. I don't know if that means anything to you people. I'm sorry. And it's like that's just a hot fucking pocket for scum. It's just fake designer clothes, junkies looking for money, homeless people, just everyone's trashy. Just a bunch of dudes wearing like dirty tracksuits. You know, just a guy in a dirty tracksuit. Everywhere you go, and there was this homeless guy taking a shit on there was a bench. And the bench is like, it's like almost outside Macy's. It's such a funny part of the city because it's Macy's is so glamorous, I guess. And then everywhere else is such a dump. There was some guy sitting on a bench, but the bench had like railings. Does that make sense? It's like strips of metal on the bench. And the guy was sitting with his pants around his ankles like he would do on a toilet seat. And he was shitting. And the shit was like falling through the metal grate onto the ground below him somehow. It was like hanging from the... It was getting forced through. Kind of like when you use garlic to squeeze... Like a garlic crusher to squeeze it through. It was like that. But it was going through the bench onto the ground. And it was hanging, dripping down. And he's just like, fuck, had a newspaper. And he was just relaxing. And I was like, this is it. New York, conquer doodle doo doo. So if COVID's not spreading here, and everyone's on top of each other, how come on the West Coast it's spreading? Is nobody getting vaccinated? What the fuck is going on out there? Why is it when I have a fucking show booked, suddenly all this shit's happening? There is a good chance that oh look, Ray M is back out of prison. Ray M has donated $6.99 to shoot the chat. I can change, Collie, can you? Yeah, alright, let's be friends. Alright? Let's be friends. See, this is what happened with Ray M. Last time Ray M was put in fucking prison, he came back and then he gave me some money, and then I put him in prison again because I don't like a lick ass like that. Now he's out here trying to fucking do the same thing again because he thinks it'd be funny if I put him in prison again, but I'm not gonna do that, dude. I know what you're doing. You're reverse. You like getting locked up because everyone talks about you, so we don't leave you out here to just bomb. I'm just gonna ignore you, and then you'll be truly and utterly embarrassed. So Skankfest is back, which means there's a good chance that COVID is just around the corner. Again, it'll be back. There's a new Indian, New Delhi, Pappy Van Winkle variant going around. So we're fucked. We're fucked. I'm looking forward to getting to LA though. It is a shame because they are the best looking people in the country, so they need masks the least. Can't even justify it. I don't know what's going on. But I've been done with COVID now for like 6 fucking months. I thought we could move on. I hope the Cubans, and now with all the protesting Cubans, remember to wear their masks, because protests spread COVID if it's anti-communist or if it's not a left-leaning protest for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Isn't it funny that COVID, when there's a group of conservatives, when there's a group of conservatives getting together, any part in the world, COVID will gobble you up. It's unsafe. If you go to the beach with your friends and your family, or you have a barbecue 4th of July, oh, but don't fuck it, COVID's gonna get you. You better fucking lock yourself up, get in your house, lock the doors, do not open the door to anyone. It's like the purge, but for 2 years now. If you put on a MAGA hat, if you put on a red cap that says "Make America Great Again," COVID's gonna get you. You're fucked. Oh, but you wanna play drums in Washington Square Park because of Black Lives Matter? That's fine. You wanna go in LA and have 28 million people on the streets? That's fine. Can't catch it then. Be a Cuban revolutionary. What's it? Revolutionary? I don't even understand. Everyone was giving out. Black Lives Matter came on Twitter. Of course, they are on Twitter. It's like, we're a people now. Blue check mark. Should be black. That's racist. So, Black Lives Matter came out and they were like, they were like, shut the fuck up, Cuba. Shut the fuck up, Cuba. And it was, apparently they like, I don't get it. Apparently Black Lives Matter supports communism. What's the issue with communism? There's always an issue, right? I like it on paper. I said this during the week, during the Patreon. Head over to Patreon/Colum Tyrrell, subscribe. Only $1 a month gets you an extra episode a week. $5 a month gets you an extra 2 episodes a week. So go head over there, check it out. Alright, so I don't know. What's the deal? I thought communism was supposed to be bad. Is there ever been a communist society that has worked out okay? This is the issue with all these people. They're always arguing about this and that. And what's your example? They talk about a socialist. They talk about socialist countries like Sweden. But isn't Sweden very bad for putting people in prison? What's the issue here? Yes, someone just subscribed to the Patreon. Thank you. If you're watching right now, click subscribe on the YouTube channel, please. Also, we're trying to hit 6,000 people by the end of the year. We're coming up on 4. We're like a couple of hundred away from 4. So I don't know if we'll do it, but if you haven't do it, please press whatever. Who's this guy complaining about me complaining? Blood Mustache says, I thought you were a comedian and all you do is complain. But what are you doing? Going down on your mother? What are you doing that's so fucking creative, bro? Honestly, link me to something that even your fucking Instagram page. If you even have a photo of some shrimp, I'd be impressed. Just show me anything. All I do is complain. It's hard not to complain when there's just cunts in the world like you. They're just walking every part of your DNA. If they took a fucking fingerprint, if they took a fucking bit of DNA from your hand, they go, this is from a fucking woman's vagina. I've never CSI. You could leave hair on the ground, and a CSI would look at it and go, that's from a cunt. That's cunt hair. And they go, no, it's not. It's my real hair. It's like, well, I don't know how it worked out, but you must be a monster or something. Because every single particle of your DNA is showing us that you're actually a woman's pussy. You're just a head-to-toe dumb cunt. Not only are you just not a cunt, you're also a dumb cunt. Their excuse is their communism has never been done correctly. Was there even come close? They say that, but like all of these things. Is there a libertarian country in the world? Dave Smith's always trying to make us all libertarian. Are we the most liberal country in the world? And by we, I mean you Americans, not me. I'm European. I'm neither European nor American. But has there ever been a country that for anything to work? Someone just asks, is this live? Is Colum going to Skankfest? I hate doing this, man. I really hate this podcast. I really it's just seeing this shit. I feel like having the chat is the only thing. Oh, hold on. Oh, I gotta lean back. Having the chat is the only thing that separates me from the other dickheads doing podcasts. Is the fact that I'm sitting here interacting with you people, fucking idiots. TW is nowhere to be seen this week. T-Dubs, I don't know if you saw T-Dubs. Yeah, people fighting now. People are fighting with this guy. Someone says I killed it on Skanks this week. Best one yet. Hell yeah. The boy is back. Look at that. I don't even lift weights. Look at the size of those muscles. For a guy who doesn't even lift weights. Haven't been to the gym in years. Look at that. That's from lifting couches all day. Someone go check out the latest Bobby Kelly podcast that I did. I don't know when they release it. It was me, Rich Voss, Casey James Salango. And me and Casey we both work in moving. Casey's also a mover. He doesn't drive trucks, but he does lift shit. Casey was talking about how his career is stagnant and he doesn't really know how to get to the next step. And he says, have you got any advice? And Rich Voss goes, from me? He goes, yeah. He goes, to you? He goes, yeah. He goes, for you, I would say, lift with your legs, not with your back. Rich Voss is very funny. I should get Rich Voss on this podcast as a guest. I should get Rich Voss on this podcast as a guest. That would be a lot of fun. Wouldn't you like that? Rich Voss, Bobby Kelly. Who else would it be as a good guest? I'm so sorry for anyone who's not watching this live. Even the people who are listening to this live. It's pretty tedious. Truly, one of the least. It's actually quite rude for me to even do this with people's time. The way I'm talking, so sporadically, with no rhyme, no reason. I'm starting opinions, never finishing. I'm getting distracted. I start a story, I don't get into it. Just saying whatever comes to the top of my head, just in order to kill time. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. I should have prepared for this. I'm just so fucking busy. I know I say this every week, but genuinely, as soon as this month is over, which is August, September, things will be back to normal. And also, as soon as I become a full-time comedian, this will be the greatest podcast on earth. So far, this is pretty goddamn good. Alright? Let's be honest. I've got the personality, I've got the charm of Casanova. And I've got the jokes of Richard Pryor. I've got it going on. I've got the good looks of Brad Pitt. What can't this guy do other than finish a story or string together a coherent episode? So you know what? Oh man, just killing time here. But we have the goal is set on the Patreon tier. If you're not on the Patreon, whatever, the Patreon, the goal is set that when I hit 1,000, I'm gonna quit my job as a mover and become a full-time comedian. So I don't know where we are, around 400. We've been stagnant at 400 for a few months. But coming up next month, we got Dan Soda, we got the Are You Garbage Guys, we got Ryan Long, we got a bunch of special guests. I'm going to get Bobby Kelly in. I haven't invited him yet, but I'm sure I could get him in. Rich Voss will be on. Who else is great to have? I see who I can get up. Who else I can get? But we're going to grow. We're going to hit $1,000. Then when I quit my job, this will be my full-time job. Does that make sense? So right now, I'm just squeezing it in between my real job. And I'm doing it because I love you people. You guys need guidance. You guys need to learn from me. Because I know everything. And so that's why you guys keep coming back. One of the things I've learned about myself since I've started doing this podcast, it's almost a year. What date was the first podcast? It's coming up on a year, is it? Let me check. Should be on Spotify. And I say since it went weekly is what I say. This because I tried this out. I had one a month for a few months. But when did this go weekly? Let me check on Spotify. Am I even on Spotify? Colum, Tyrrell's the Wizard of Pod. Alright, let me go all the way down to the end. So like here's one in June, that doesn't count. Then there was one released in July with Tommy Pope, that doesn't count. October 23rd. So what is that? May, June, July, August, September, October. October is when it starts. Alright? October is when it starts. Someone said tried to get the young bull on. I don't know if we could ever get him on. He has said he's going to do it, and we're going to do a Patreon exclusive. Hopefully me and him have a bunch of booze, and we'll just have a chat some night. Let's see. He just did Rogan. I think he did Rogan yesterday. So, he's probably just too famous to do it now. He agreed to do it a few months ago. I can never get him to do it. And then I just got to the point where it feels like you don't want to keep asking someone to do it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the next time, he's in the city, and now that he has a special recorded, things are slowing down for him a little bit. We'll get him out there. Someone says, get Tommy Pope on. I'll get Tommy Pope on. We'll get Tommy Pope back on as a reunion or something. Tommy will be back on. Someone says, get Joe List on. JK, he's gay. He is gay, but I'd love to have Joe List on. That could be fun. We could talk about feelings and anxiety and how much fun booze is. Something like that. Great showing on Skanks the other night. I love the energy. That energy is called cocaine. Get Kevin Brennan on. He's the best. I'd love to have Kevin Brennan on. Maybe I'll message him right now and say, yo, it's difficult because we're going to move studio soon. Starting next month. I'll still be doing the live episodes from my house, but a lot of the guest episodes will be from a studio in the city because it's going to be easier for us to get people on. So I'm going to get everyone on. I'm doing a show with Paul Verzi tomorrow night. I'm going to ask him to come on. That'd be great. I love Paul Verzi. He's one of my favorites. So that's that. Okay. Chris Wood would be some weird flavor. Maybe I could get him to phone in. Here we go. Blood Mustache, who has already been proven to be my enemy, has wrote a big giant gay paragraph. For someone who doesn't like me, is sticking around just trying to stir some shit, I guess. He says, to be completely honest, you alone is more entertaining than Burr, but you shine with a guest. Even if you had a goldfish to cut to, I picture you behind a desk, just destroying everyone. I may have drank 2 pints of vodka. Listen, dude. Go to AA. Relax. Where are you? Are you in Ireland? Is this a daytime thing? Are you day drinking? And just watching a podcast that you don't like? Anyway. Oh, now he says he loves me. No way. Oh, God. Ugh. Blood Mustache just said he loves me now. Sorry, dude. I cannot allow you to use that, to say that type of stuff. You're in timeout. I'm sorry. I had to put you in jail. All the mean and horrible stuff you were saying about me, I could tolerate it. But then as soon as you showed up, it was like, I'm sorry. I had a lot to drink. I actually love you. Gay. Gay as hell.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, dude. We can't be living with like that. I don't know what type of San Francisco horseshit you think this is, but we're not allowing that. Go hang out with Joe List. I love Joe List. I would actually like to have Joe List on the podcast. I don't really know the guy. There's a comedy war again. There's a comedy war again. It's crazy that this happens so often. Them versus us and us versus them. And it's crazy that I feel like I'm on a team now. I feel like it's not there's no turning back. Oddly. Where I am in this comedy community, which doesn't exist, there's no such thing. Where I am in this comedy community, there's no such thing as a comedy community. This is like a myth created by like fucking Stanhope, because back in the day there's a brotherhood of comics. I just don't think it exists anymore. Maybe it might have never existed and it's just been romanticized over the years. But as if like this, there's a few people. You can tell when people like Nate Bargatze and Dan Soder and Bobby Kelly's era of people, and they all kind of stuck together. But nowadays, it's very much career, out for yourself, say this, smile like this, share this. Everyone's just trying to be fucking friends, you know what I mean? Or sorry, everyone's just trying to be fake friends. Doesn't exist anymore. I'd love to see them come up in our generation of open mics. Anyway, I started off doing open mics in New York City. I started doing bar shows in New York City. Then I kind of just stopped doing open mics one day. I thought they were a waste of fucking time. And then somehow I started doing podcasts. I fell into the world of podcasts. Tweaky Tuesday donated $2. Thank you, Tweaky Tuesday. You're a legend. Thank you. I know that's all you have. So it's like the Good Samaritan, where everyone else is giving, like, Ray M gave $6.99 earlier. What the fuck is that, Ray? You rich fuck. You gave $6.99? Whereas Tweaky Tuesday, that's all he or she has. Did you ever hear that story in the Bible? Everyone was giving the leper money. Everyone was giving the leper money. They gave it, here's a piece of silver. Here's a piece of silver. And then this little old lady walked up. And she just like puked in his little clay pot that he was using to collect money. And they all started laughing. They go, boo, boo, you old woman. Look at how pathetic she is. And then Jesus said, no, no, no. You gave a lot of more money, but you have much more money. She gave all she has. Therefore, she is the best at donating. And we all, oh, wow, Jesus really fucking put it to the people with this story. So now that I'm older, I realize that was propaganda by the Catholic Church to remind you that you should always be donating more, no matter how much money you donate. They say, no, 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 you gotta donate it all, or otherwise it doesn't count. You're like, I just gave you $1,000. Give us everything you have. And that's what I gotta say. It's the same with this thing. So shout out to Tweaky Thursday. Ray M, you're an absolute prick. Fuck you. And Mike Henson just gave $5. Legend. Mike Henson's a good man. A good, honest fucking mailman Mike. Going out there delivering drugs for us people. Someone said, that's no Bible... I'm no Bible scholar, but I don't think that's the Good Samaritan story. He goes, that's two stories mixed together. Whatever, dude, I'm remixing that shit. What are you, a priest? Suck my dick. What the fuck is wrong? Fucking hell. I'm trying to educate you bums. Fucking godless heathens you are. Alright? Get the fuck over it. The point was, there was a propaganda story. That was the point. Alright? So, someone remind me what the fuck I was talking about before. Oh yeah. I was talking about me. Obviously. Colum Tyrrell podcast, this is what we do. I talk about me here. So all my friends that I did open mics, well, I used to do mics in Brooklyn and Queens and the city and there's always little groups. There's always just weird little groups. So I know all these kind of liberal comics and stuff like that never really progressed to the clubs like I did. Legend. Who's a legend? I am. I progressed to the clubs, and then I also very distinctively, and maybe you could argue this could be considered some sort of a career path, but I remember years ago doing open mics at the Creek in the Cave, and it was I'm sure it was a Tuesday night back in the day that they used to do Legion of Skanks. And they used to... The Skanks was supposed to start at 8 and the mic was supposed to start at like 10 or 11 or something. But it was always late. It was always late. And I would show up to do the open mic after the Legion of Skanks at the Creek in the Cave. And we would sit around watching them from the back. Remember when there was like that glass screen on the back? And I remember watching them. I remember thinking Big J's funny. Dave Smith's funny. Louis J. Gomez is also there. And then they would have Dan Soda, Mark Norman, Joe List. The list goes on. Like all these funny people. Bobby Kelly, Jim Norton, all these guys would go on do these podcasts. I remember just going, oh, that's the funny crew. There was like little cliques all over the city. And I remember going, oh, that's the funny crew. That's the crew you want to fall into. The Gas Digital crew. And then just by a fluke, I never really chose to do anything. Just by a fluke, I did a roast battle. Mike Harrington brought me on to Real Ass Podcast. They asked me back. I just kept doing it. 2-3 years later, the Gas Digital people have embraced me, I guess, and now I do Skanks a lot. And now suddenly now I'm friends with Lewis. Just by a fluke. But I don't do mics anymore. I don't do bar shows anymore. I do clubs and I do the podcasts. And I'm part of a crew that are Nazis, but they also make money. So it's like, yo, the only color I see is green. Am I right, folks? So, but now it feels like Now it feels like though I'm in a group that I never really intended. Like, I don't have any sort of anti-Brooklyn values. People are like, oh, I don't like this bro comedy. Is that like what that is? I never thought about it, really. But it's sad because it's like, I know all these fuckers from doing nights. We used to go to diners and sit in a diner till 6 o'clock in the morning, just fucking drinking coffee, talking shit, trying to learn fucking about comedy. Someone says, do you need anything when you in Houston? Have me a little Asian boy, washed, please. Tweaky Tuesday says, ha ha ha, hour till my paycheck hits the bank. And you're cool with the Philly guys too. I like the Philly guys. The Philly guys I get on a lot with. I always said that when I moved here, the most people that remind me of Ireland are the New Jersey guys. There's a couple of boys from New Jersey that are funny as fuck. Mike Racine. There's a few of them that you might not know. Justin Flanagan, Taj, Pat Goldsmith. Who was it? Ray DeVito's also another fucking. Dina Hashim. There's a lot of New Jersey folk that are funny. I don't really know Scott Chaplin, but he seems very funny too. I think he's a New Jersey guy. Then you had all the Philly guys. Yeah. So there's just crews. But like, I never intended. It was never like this big fucking, yo, fuck these people who say we can't say slurs. I just sort of somehow was embraced by a side. And it's not a hill I'm going to die on. I don't have any hills. I always find it so funny when all these comedians will, like, I will die on this hill. Fuck these guys and their free speech anti and all this type of stuff. And it's crazy. I don't have an opinion about anything. Really. It's not a hill I'm willing to die on. I don't even want to go near the hill. I don't want to go near any hills. Everyone's like so opinionated. And it's really taught me a lot. This podcast, and I brought this point up earlier and I never got to finish it. Thank God. Coming around 360, I'm going to wrap it up on this. But this podcast, since I've been doing it on my own, we're doing it over nearly a year now. It's really taught me how much of an empty vessel I am. I've got like about 6 opinions and about 10 stories. And then after that, I don't know anything. I don't know about history. I don't know about geography. I don't know about science. I don't know about, countries. I don't know about fucking TV or movies or music. I certainly don't know about philosophy. I don't know finance. I don't really have any hobbies. I like to drink a lot. I don't work out. I drive a truck. It's like I don't really have much. I have a girlfriend. She's alright. We'll probably spend the rest of our life together. But like, there's not much going on here. And this is the thing about doing like 2 hours a week. I do 2 hours a week on my own. There's just so little in the world. My whole life has been just trying to be indifferent about everything. Just like a dumb stoner who just smokes weed and goes, yo, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I've just got so few opinions. Learn what you want when you want. Yeah, I'm just too dumb to learn about. Yeah, I have an opinion on soccer, but I've told that story. Here's the thing is, I've spent about 4 episodes of this podcast since we began talking about how soccer is like the best sport in the world. Alright? Listen. That's it for the live podcast. I'm gonna go over stream live on the Patreon right now. Alright? I'll try to remember some story to tell you. Gonna go over right now. Colum, Patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell. Please head over. It's only $1. You'll be able to get the rest of this episode. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the donations. You guys rule. If you're in LA, come out to that show, The Depraved. It's gonna be a fucking good one. Alright. I think that's good enough now. Say goodbye. Goodbye.